Welcome to another Warhammer video. In this video I'm gonna be looking at some unexpected, I would call it, late year releases or something that they said that might come out, but I wasn't definitely planning on it because, you know, kind of time is sticking out for Games Workshop and the Christmas Combat Patrol should be very soon coming too. So the first thing we're gonna be looking at is the Combat Patrol Death Corps of Krieg. And this one really hits hard, close to my heart, definitely. So in this box we get the Krieg Commander Squad, which is interesting. I like it. It's a new release squad. It's fairly new miniatures and it's very nice, which is 6 miniatures in total worth 65 points and is worth 35 euros bought separately. Then we're gonna have Krieg Infantry Squad, or the Kill Team Krieg you could call it, which used to be a thing, Krieg Kill Team, that you couldn't buy differently. Now it's finally possible, it's in the box. So they give us the Infantry Squad with 10 miniatures, which is worth 65 points, and this one separately bought is 41 euros. And then we have the Krieg Heavy Weapon Squad, so again, a fairly new miniatures, which did release this year. It's 3 miniatures with other weapon option and with the fire coordinator inside of it, and it's 75 points and is 41 euros bought separately. And then the last one is the Death Raiders, 5 miniatures, of course, 5 miniatures of Death Raiders, which is 60 points and is worth bought separately 51 euros and 25 cents. So this is the box, this is the thing, this is the look, and I'm gonna say some more stats to get your head straight. The total points inside of this box is only weak and dark, and I can't call it any other way, only 265 points. Yeah, I know, I know. It hurts. It's what we did. It's, you know, it's the guard. It's the Death Corps of Krieg. And they don't give us 500 points in a box because that is shit ton of models with all this infantry. So yeah, if you keep it in mind, if you bought 4 of these boxes, you could have 1,000 points. So you need 4 of these boxes. That is, with that mindset, that is crazy. Okay, let's go with the box of the price is 130 euros. So 130 euros for this box. I mean, the price has been going up for a while and it does hurt me because I'm broke. So yeah, 130 euros, but the total value of kits inside of it is 168 euros and 25 cents. So that makes savings of 38 euros and 25 cents, which means it should be 23% cheaper than bought separately. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with this box. I will not buy it. I already have set up my Death Corps of Krieg, and even if I didn't, it's pricey. There's nothing that much interesting. I mean, the command squad. The command squad is interesting, and probably the infantry squad too, because they are always sold out. But you know, the Death Riders, they should give them like a super like a hazardous lances that would explode when in contact of tank. They should give them like profile like this, and that will be interesting. But at the moment, the Death Riders are shit. Sorry for the language. Krieg Heavy Weapon Squad is not good either. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing special, and the rest of it is just okay, you know. So this will be literally worth to the people that are desperate and want to get these kits at some discount at least. If you can get a better discount, buying them from like different retail stores and so on. So that's it for Death Corps of Krieg. And the second one that I think I can say for myself and probably for many of my friends we didn't expect is the Combat Patrol Harlequins. Inside this box we have our HQ, the Solitaire, which is worth 115 points and 23 euros and 50 cents bought separately. Then we have 6 of Harlequin tropes, which is 100 points and worth 35 euros. And then we have a lot of vehicles. So we have a Star Weaver, which is one big miniature, 80 points and 35 euros. Then we have Sky Weavers, which is very similar to the Star Weaver, Sky Weaver. But the Sky Weavers are the small ones, and we have 2 of those because of that, and they are 95 points and worth 44 euros. And then we have the Void Weaver, which I think is the same sprue but a different gun, and it's 125 points and worth 35 euros. So we have all these free transport thingies, which is kind of surprising, inside one box. And in total, this box, a Combat Patrol, point-wise is 515 points. Straight away, I like that. We're 515 points inside. Likey. Simple, a lot of points, very nice. Good job. Then we have the box of the price, the usual 130 euros. And the total value of the kits inside this box is 172 euros and 50 cents, which makes it savings of 42 euros and 50 cents, which makes it 25% cheaper. And I did hate on the Krieg with 23 cheaper only percents, and with these guys go 25, but these guys did at least one thing right, which is, you know, they cost more points. Yeah, it is what it is. It ain't much, it's not business. So you need 2 of these boxes and you have army. Yeah, so think about that. Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice looking box. Surprising to have Harlequins in like a separate box for me. But yeah, all of those miniatures are kind of older miniatures. You have to keep that in mind. Compared to the Death Corps of Krieg, which were released this year, or it was this year or the year before. I think it was this year. So yeah, nice looking box. I like it. I definitely support this choice. The only thing that hurts me close to my hearty heart is that savings of 25%, because if I could recommend to any players, try to get stuff with like 30% cheaper. If you can get stuff for 30% off, you will save 30%. But I wanted to say a lot of money, but yeah, 30%. So yeah, that's for the Combat Patrol Harlequins. Then for a third thing on our list is the Combat Patrol Drukhari, which was announced and should have been released, but honestly some of us and a lot of people in Reddit and community were thinking maybe they won't make it this year, maybe it will be next year, but they did release it in the end this year. And the first thing that hurts us is we don't see any new miniatures. I mean, come on. Yeah. Anyway, with this Combat Patrol, they went for a vibe of escaping dark cellar or a science lab. So basically that's the vibe I would call the miniatures and everything inside of this. So for the first miniature, of course, we have the HQ, which is the Homunculus, and it's pretty cool looking miniature, even though it's an older miniature, which is worth 60 points and 22.50 euros. So then we have 2 squads of racks, which are literally cool looking subjects that were treated on and made super cyan. So we have 2 groups of these, which are 5 miniature each, and it's in total of 55 points and worth 35 euros. Then we have 2 very similar sprues, I would call, and they are basically the same thing, but each of them does something else. And first we go with the Talos, which is 1 miniature. It's worth 50 points, which is surprising for how big the miniature is, and it's worth 51.25 euros separately. And then we have Kronos, which is again very similar looking miniature, 80 points, worth again 51 euros and 25 cents. So in total, inside of this Drukhari Combat Patrol box, we have 300 points. And did anyone catch that already? 300 points, you know? The old Drukhari box with the transport and a lot of infantry was 420. So that's what I wanted to say. We are losing points, gaining prices. It hurts. I'm sorry, Drukhari players, but it hurts. It hurts me even that I'm not a Drukhari player yet, I would say. So yeah, compared to an old box, it's 120 points short. This is only 300 points, which is basically the same as freaking Death Korps of Krieg right there behind the corner. Okay, the price of the box is usual 130. That's what we're expecting. The total value of kits, this is better than the other ones, and the total value of the kits is 195 euros, and that makes savings of 65 euros, which makes it 33% cheaper. So I'm not happy with the points on this one. So this is like a twist of a fate between between the second combat patrol and this third one. And you know, this time we have less points but more saving, and that is because I think the towels and crowns are, let's be honest, a bit overpriced. 51 euros and 25 cents for such old model. Whew. This is very bad. But I think Games Workshop did see kind of which way this might go when they just announced this release, and that's why they announced one more thing, and that is the Battleforce Realspace Raiders. And again, we will start with the HQ inside of this box, and it's the Archeon, which is the new miniature. Finally something new. They came to save it. I think they were planning like to release it with no new miniatures, and then someone was like, listen guys, they will burn us down. We have to give them something. So they updated, let's be honest, it's not a new miniature, it's an updated miniature. So the Archeon, the HQ, which is worth 85 points, and we can expect that it could be sold for like other HQs, so 35 euros. Then inside of this box we have 10 witches, you know, the witches, which is 10 miniatures, and in total it's 100 points and 35 euros. Then we have the Cavalcade Warriors, which are, I like Cavalcade Warriors. I'm not even a Drukhari player, but Cavalcade Warriors is the poster boys of Drukhari. And those guys, we have one unit of 10 miniatures, which is again 100 points and 35 euros. Then we have the Venom Transport, because we have to send our miniatures somehow onto the field, which is our vehicle transport. That is worth 65 points and is worth 34 euros. So 34 euros worth of schmeckles. Then we have Incubi, which are the 5 miniatures worth 85 points and are worth 51 euros and 25 cents. Then we have Hellions, which are 75 points, 5 miniatures again, and 26 euros. And then we have the Scourges, which are whooping 130 points, and are worth, because you know it gets the more points, it needs to get the more money. It's 31 euro and 50 cents. 5 units out of this box are older than 15 years old. Those are grown-up kids. I mean, they just finished the primary school in my country. I mean, what the hell? Come on, Games Workshop. Give some love to the boys from Drukhari and give them some new miniatures, because, I mean, they're not to be angry or something. They are nice looking miniatures, even that they are that old, and they are literally from the 5th edition. They are still, even today, I would say, a very nice looking miniatures. But come on, man, 15 years, that's got to hurt, you know. And then we have the Incubi, which is from 8th edition, which is 2019, which is fine. I think the Incubi is fine. And Archeon, you know, they updated at least that guy. So that's just my description, which I wanted to being said to these miniatures and to this box before I tell you the price. And now with the price. you have summary of the price, which is total points. This is a Battleforce box. Total points is 620 points. And again, I'm gonna go to something older. It's the old CP Combat Patrol, which was 420 points. Only 200 points less than a Battleforce. And with that with this, shouldn't this box at least be like 780 points to 800? I mean, come on. Battleforce box should be like whoa, like almost finish army. And next, I mean, it's still better than the Combat Patrol. I mean, it's a something to save the Combat Patrol they are planning to sell. But yeah, it's a hurtful thing, I would say. But yeah, if you buy these two things together, you will almost have, if you buy the Combat Patrol and the Battleforce, you will almost have 1,000 points. So you have 80 more points you have to find, and you have 1,000 points. So at least 700. So you would have, it's just not enough points. That's what I'm saying straight away. For the price of the box is 190. We guess it's gonna be not 190. That's the way it's been going. And the total value of the kits inside of this box is 247 euros. So in total, it makes savings of 57 euro and 75 cents, which is only 23% cheaper. And yeah, not even the points, not even the percentage for me. I mean, if I was, I will be probably starting a Drukhari army, and I might get this one. But if I get this one, I definitely have to find my way to get the old Combat Patrol. With the combination of these two, that might be pretty cool. That might be a really cool setup. But so maybe that's why they made it like this, the Battleforce. They were aiming for the players that already have the old Combat Patrol, and they want to put it with something. So they knew 620 points is going to be enough for those guys. But it stinks, you know, it stinks somewhere. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm sorry, Drukhari players, this is what you get. And then we have one more release, because they really felt bad, I think, for saying, you know, we don't have enough miniatures release, and they're gonna kill us. So they are releasing one more HQ, which is the Lady Malys, the Drukhari lady. Straight away, beautiful looking miniature. I mean, she looks like, did anyone play Mortal Kombat? Like one of those sisters with the, I don't know what they are called, but the things with the Sharpie things. She literally looks like that, like from Mortal Kombat, and she looks Mortal Kombat assassin. That's what I would describe this miniature look-wise, and I think that's a perfect description. But yeah, she's a nice looking miniature. I think it's a very nice sculpt. So at least that, and she will be what I guess is worth 35 euros, which is compared to the price of other HQs, and should be somewhere around from 85 to 100 points. So if you are waiting for her to be those extra 80 points to sum up somewhere or put into your army, this is what to expect. So this is my summary of total what unexpectedly come. The most unexpected two things, I would say: Combat Patrol Death Corps of Kriegs, but it's kind of disappointment, but it's unexpected. And the Harlequins. Harlequins are good. I'm happy with the Harlequin release. Even with the Battleforce, I would say out of all these bad announced releases, I would call it, those two surprised the most. But yeah, definitely guys, go down in comments, tell me your opinion, because like I said, I'm not a Drukhari player. Maybe Drukhari players see these boxes and go like, wow, you know, maybe you will. But as a potential Drukhari player that I am, because I want to collect them all, like just like Pokemon. Yeah, as a potential future player, if I would be picking anything and I don't have to fight over it with someone or something, I wouldn't be running to the store for it, would be either the Battleforce for my Drukhari or the Combat Patrol Harlequins for my Eldari. So these two things got me interested, But yeah, definitely go down in comments. Give me your opinion, what you think they should do and what to expect. Maybe Drukhari will be the next year's poster boy. I mean, next year we should get the 11th edition. Maybe there will be the big bad wolf there. And maybe that's why we didn't get a lot of new miniatures. Plot twist. Coming, maybe. Yeah. We can guess down in the comments again. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I hope you get whatever you want and the perfect wins in your games, the best rolls you can get. So hey, good luck, have fun, and bye bye.